God just revealed the person who loves you. Their name starts with, don't scroll past this moment, pause right here and listen to this carefully, because the way these words found you is not random and this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now even if you're trying to stay logical and calm. Stay till the end, because what's being revealed is not meant to rush you, it's meant to steady you. Something has been unfolding quietly in the unseen, something you didn't force, something you didn't chase, something that arrived only after you reached the point where you stopped begging the universe for answers and started trusting yourself again. Listen to this. God does not reveal love casually, and He does not reveal it to the unprepared heart. He reveals it when the heart has learned discernment, when it can feel truth without clinging to fantasy, when it can recognize resonance without desperation. That's why this feels different. You may have felt a letter surface in your mind, a sudden pull toward a name, or a memory that arrived without warning. Don't dismiss that. Revelation doesn't always shout, sometimes it whispers because the soul is finally quiet enough to hear. This message is for you because you've been through seasons where you questioned your intuition, where you wondered if you were reading too deeply, feeling too much, hoping too hard. Your heart needs this reminder right now. Intuition refined by pain becomes wisdom, not delusion. And wisdom is what God trusts with revelation. Don't scroll, because here's the part most people miss. When God reveals that a name starts with a certain letter, He's not asking you to guess or obsess. He's anchoring recognition, not curiosity. Recognition is calm. Curiosity is restless. Notice how your body responds when that letter comes to mind. Is there peace? A gentle warmth? A sense of familiarity without urgency? That response matters more than certainty. Love revealed by God brings steadiness before it brings clarity. Listen to this carefully. The person being revealed may already be in your orbit, someone who shows up quietly, consistently, without drama. Or it may be someone from your past whose truth is surfacing only now that fear has loosened its grip. Or it may be someone you haven't met yet, but are being prepared for through this awareness. Revelation does not equal immediate union. Revelation equals alignment. And alignment is what protects your heart from rushing into stories that look like destiny but feel like anxiety. Stay with me here. You didn't get this message when you were begging for signs. You didn't get it when you were lonely enough to accept anything. You got it now, when your heart is stronger, calmer, more selective. That timing is intentional. Angel numbers may have been appearing around you lately, not as excitement but as reassurance. 1111 when destiny crosses your thoughts without fear. 222 when balance feels natural again. 444 when you feel protected in your own skin. These are confirmations that your foundation is solid enough to receive truth without losing yourself in it. Don't scroll away from this knowing. The person who loves you is not someone who needs to convince you, confuse you, or keep you guessing. Their love may be quiet right now, even restrained, because real love does not demand entry before timing allows it. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you've mistaken intensity for truth before. This time, truth feels gentle. Listen to this moment. God reveals love when it no longer threatens your peace. That's why this revelation feels soothing instead of electrifying. You're not being thrown into chaos. You're being anchored. The letter that came to you is not a puzzle to solve, it's a doorway to awareness. Awareness of who sees you. Awareness of who has been carrying affection quietly. Awareness of who is aligning courage with action in their own time. Don't scroll, because this matters. You are not being asked to act. You are being asked to trust the process. Trust that what is meant for you will approach you openly. Trust that you do not need to chase confirmation. Trust that love guided by God does not require you to abandon your boundaries. Stay till the end, because this is the cliffhanger your soul needs, not because something dramatic is about to happen, but because something real is being prepared. Real love does not rush announcements. It builds readiness. It checks foundations. It waits until both hearts can hold what's being offered without fear. Listen to this carefully. If doubt tries to creep in and tell you that you're imagining things, remind yourself of how calm this feels. Imagination excites. Revelation grounds. You are grounded right now. That's the difference. Your heart needs this right now because you've spent too long bracing for disappointment. This time, the universe is asking you to soften without losing discernment. That balance is rare, and you're embodying it. Don't scroll away from this truth. Whatever letter came to you, hold it lightly. Let confirmation arrive in its own way, through consistency, through presence, through actions that match words. When something is divinely guided, it does not ask you to suspend logic, it integrates it with intuition. Stay present. Stay patient. Stay open without being empty. And if this message resonated, if your heart feels steady and curious instead of anxious, stay connected in this same gentle flow. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what God reveals next, because this was not the full story, it was the opening, and what's coming will not confuse you, it will meet you clearly, honestly, and right on time. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because what happens after God reveals a glimpse is often more important than the revelation itself. And listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if you're trying not to get ahead of yourself. After that initial moment of recognition, after that letter or name quietly surfaced in your awareness, something subtle begins to shift inside you. It's not excitement the way it used to be. It's not urgency. It's awareness settling in. And that's how you know this isn't fantasy. When God reveals love, He doesn't activate anxiety, He activates discernment. Stay till the end, because this phase explains why things may feel quieter but deeper, calmer but more intense in meaning. You may notice you're observing more than imagining now. You're paying attention to patterns, to consistency, to how energy feels rather than how words sound. That's not you becoming guarded, that's you becoming wise. Listen to this. The person whose name starts with that letter is not being revealed so you can fixate on them. They are being revealed so you can stop entertaining misalignment. God often gives a partial reveal not to tell you who to chase, but to tell you who not to confuse with love anymore. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you've mistaken longing for destiny before. This time, destiny feels steady, not consuming. Don't scroll, because here's where many people misunderstand divine timing. Once love is revealed, there is often a pause. Not a delay born of fear, but a pause born of preparation. Preparation on both sides. You may feel a strange sense of knowing without proof, like you don't need to convince yourself anymore. That knowing is quiet confidence, not obsession. Listen to this carefully. If the person revealed is someone already in your life, you may notice their behavior feels different now that your awareness has shifted. You're no longer projecting meaning, you're observing truth. If they care, it will show in presence, effort, and respect. If they don't, the absence will be clear without you spiraling. That clarity is the gift. If the person is from your past, you may suddenly understand why that connection never fully dissolved. Not to pull you backward, but to complete something internally. And if the person is someone you haven't met yet, this revelation is not about anticipation, it's about readiness. You're being tuned to recognize love when it arrives without disguises. Stay with me here. Angel numbers may continue appearing, but notice how they feel now. 1111 may show up when you feel aligned with yourself, not when you're wishing. 222 may appear when you're choosing balance over overthinking. 444 may surround you when you feel protected in your boundaries. These signs are not pushing you toward action, they are anchoring you in trust. Don't scroll away from this truth. God reveals love when the heart is finally able to hold it without losing itself. You are no longer the version of you who would abandon intuition for chemistry or silence for hope. That version has evolved. Listen to this moment. You might feel tempted to test the revelation, to look for confirmation everywhere, to replay interactions, to analyze names, initials, timing. Pause. Revelation is not meant to be interrogated. It's meant to be received. When something is truly guided, confirmation comes naturally, not forcefully. Your heart needs this right now because you've worked hard to get out of anxious attachment. Don't undo that growth by turning revelation into obsession. Stay till the end, because this is where trust becomes embodied. You are being asked to live your life fully while allowing alignment to unfold beside you, not in front of you. Live your routines. Honor your commitments. Stay present in your joy. When love is real and mutual, it integrates into life instead of interrupting it. Listen to this carefully. The person who loves you does not want you distracted from yourself. They are drawn to who you are when you're grounded, not when you're waiting. That's why this revelation came now, not earlier. Earlier, it would have become a crutch. Now, it becomes a compass. Don't scroll, because this matters deeply. You may notice that your standards feel firmer now. You're less willing to entertain mixed signals. You're less patient with inconsistency. That's not impatience, that's alignment. Love that's meant for you will not ask you to lower your discernment. It will meet it. Stay with me here. This phase may feel uneventful on the surface, and that can be uncomfortable if you're used to emotional highs and lows. But peace is not boredom. Peace is regulation. Regulation is what allows healthy love to grow. Your heart needs this reminder right now because part of you may be waiting for a dramatic sign, a confession, a sudden move. God doesn't always work that way. Sometimes He builds slowly so the foundation holds when the weight arrives. Listen to this moment. If doubt whispers that you imagined the revelation, return to how your body feels when you release control. Calm is not something imagination produces easily. Calm is alignment. Stay till the end, because this is the quiet cliffhanger. Nothing has to happen right now for everything to be moving. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. You are in the underground phase, where trust is being tested not by chaos, but by patience. Don't scroll away from this truth. What is meant for you will not require you to perform, wait in fear, or shrink your expectations. It will approach you in a way that feels respectful, grounded, and clear. And when it does, you will recognize it not because of intensity, but because of how little it asks you to doubt yourself. Stay present. Stay rooted. Stay open without reaching. And remember, revelation is not the end of the story. It's the signal that the story has finally aligned with truth. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because now we're moving into the phase where what God revealed begins to press gently against reality, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if you're trying to stay grounded and not read into anything too much. After a revelation settles, after that letter or name no longer feels surprising but familiar, the soul starts noticing subtleties it once ignored. This is not the stage of fireworks, it's the stage of alignment. You may feel a quiet pull toward integrity, toward truth that feels clean instead of exciting, toward choices that protect your peace rather than amplify emotion. That shift is not accidental. It's the sign that revelation has moved from thought into embodiment. Stay till the end, because this is where discernment replaces guessing. Listen to this moment closely. You are no longer asking the universe to prove anything to you. You are watching how things unfold without forcing a narrative. That alone tells you how far you've come. When God reveals love, He doesn't remove free will, and He doesn't override timing. He simply brings awareness so you stop confusing attention with affection, intensity with intimacy, or hope with truth. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you once carried confusion as if it were devotion. That season taught you, and now you're walking differently. Don't scroll, because here's what changes next. The person whose name begins with that letter may start appearing in your awareness in practical ways rather than emotional ones. You might notice how they show up consistently, or how they don't. You might notice whether their presence brings calm or tension. And instead of rationalizing what you feel, you're letting your body speak. That's wisdom. Wisdom listens before it decides. Listen to this carefully. If this person is meant to be part of your future, their actions will align with the peace you feel when you release control. If they are not, the revelation will still have done its job by freeing you from misalignment. Either way, you win clarity. Stay with me here. You may also notice that old patterns are losing their pull. Conversations that once sparked adrenaline now feel draining. Situations that relied on ambiguity no longer hold your interest. This isn't you becoming boring or guarded. This is you becoming regulated. Regulation is the soil where healthy love grows. Angel numbers may continue to appear during this phase, but notice how they arrive when you are calm rather than restless. 222 when balance feels natural. 444 when you feel protected in your boundaries. 1111 when your thoughts about the future feel steady instead of desperate. These signs are not asking you to act, they are affirming that you're aligned. Don't scroll away from this understanding. Revelation does not promise outcome, it promises orientation. Orientation tells you which direction to walk without demanding speed. Listen to this moment. You may feel tempted to test the connection, to create situations that force clarity, to look for reactions. Pause. Love guided by God does not require pressure to reveal itself. Pressure creates compliance, not truth. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you've learned how costly it is to chase certainty. Stay till the end, because patience here is not passive, it's powerful. You are practicing living well while letting alignment unfold beside you. That's a different posture than waiting. Waiting looks forward with tension. Living looks present with trust. And trust is what this phase is cultivating. Don't scroll, because this matters. If doubts arise, if you wonder whether you imagined the revelation, return to how your nervous system feels when you let go. Calm is not something imagination sustains for long. Calm is the body recognizing safety. Safety is the hallmark of truth. Listen to this carefully. You might also notice your standards clarifying without effort. You're less tolerant of inconsistency, less impressed by charm, more drawn to sincerity. That's not rigidity, that's alignment. Love meant for you will not ask you to negotiate your discernment. It will meet it. Stay with me here. This stage may feel uneventful on the surface, and that can feel uncomfortable if you're used to emotional highs and lows. But uneventful is not empty, it's stable. Stability allows truth to show itself without distortion. Your heart needs this right now because stability once felt like loss to you, when in fact it's the foundation you were missing. Don't scroll away from this truth. The revelation you received is not a deadline. It's a lens. Through it, you can see what fits and what doesn't without strain. And when something fits, it will integrate into your life quietly, respectfully, and consistently. Listen to this moment. If the person revealed is aligned, their presence will support your routines, your goals, your peace. If they are not, the awareness will help you release them without resentment. That is the mercy of divine guidance. Stay till the end, because this is the quiet cliffhanger. Nothing dramatic needs to happen for everything to be moving. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. You are in the underground phase, where trust is being refined by patience, not tested by chaos. Don't scroll, because this is the final reassurance your heart needs right now. What is meant for you will not require performance, waiting in fear, or shrinking expectations. It will approach you with clarity, meet you with consistency, and feel like relief more than excitement. Stay present. Stay rooted. Stay open without reaching. Revelation has done its work, now alignment is taking over, and alignment always brings the next chapter at exactly the right pace. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because this is the phase where revelation turns into lived truth, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if everything looks calm on the outside. After awareness settles and alignment begins, God starts doing something very specific. He removes confusion by testing peace. Not with chaos, not with drama, but with silence, consistency, and time. This is where many people get uncomfortable, because silence feels unfamiliar when you're used to emotional stimulation. But this silence is not emptiness. It is clarity maturing. You may notice that the letter or name that once felt charged now feels grounded. It doesn't spark obsession. It sparks understanding. And that is how you know this is not imagination. Imagination excites and drains. Truth steadies and strengthens. Stay till the end, because this is where the difference becomes undeniable. Listen to this moment closely. You are no longer waiting for confirmation the way you once did. You're watching behavior. You're noticing how energy shows up in your life. You're aware of what nourishes you and what quietly exhausts you. That shift did not happen overnight. It happened because God refined your discernment through past disappointments so you would never again confuse longing with love. Your heart needs this reminder right now because part of you may still wonder why revelation didn't come with immediate clarity, action, or union. The answer is simple and sacred: God reveals in layers so the heart does not outrun wisdom. If everything were revealed at once, desire would override discernment. And discernment is what protects you now. Don't scroll, because this matters deeply. The person whose name begins with that letter is not being highlighted so you fixate on them. They are being highlighted so you stop giving emotional access to those who do not align. Awareness narrows focus. It removes distractions. It simplifies choice. Listen to this carefully. If this person is meant to step forward, they will do so without you pushing, proving, or performing. Their approach will feel respectful, consistent, and emotionally safe. If they are not meant to, the revelation will still have served its purpose by sharpening your intuition and strengthening your boundaries. Either way, you are not losing anything. You are gaining clarity. Stay with me here. This is also the phase where God checks your readiness by giving you opportunities to revert to old patterns. Someone may show interest who feels exciting but unstable. A situation may arise that looks familiar but lacks depth. Pay attention to how quickly you recognize misalignment now. That recognition is not judgment, it's growth. Angel numbers may continue appearing as gentle affirmations rather than urgent signs. For 44 when you choose stability over stimulation. 222 when balance feels natural instead of forced. 1111 when your thoughts about the future feel open rather than anxious. These are confirmations that your internal compass is calibrated correctly. Don't scroll away from this understanding. You are being taught how to live without waiting for something to complete you. Completion now comes from within, and that changes everything. Listen to this moment. You may notice that you feel less compelled to talk about this revelation with others. That's because it's not meant to be debated or validated externally. What's divinely guided often grows quietly until it's strong enough to be seen. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you once sought reassurance outside yourself. Now, reassurance rises from inside. That is spiritual maturity. Stay till the end, because this is where peace becomes the test. Can you stay open without reaching? Can you trust without controlling? Can you live fully without waiting for the story to unfold? These questions are not asked to challenge you, they are asked to confirm your growth. Don't scroll, because this matters. You may also notice that your emotional reactions are slower now. You don't rush to interpret. You don't assume meaning. You pause. You feel. You decide. That pause is power. Power does not rush. Power waits for alignment. Listen to this carefully. If the person revealed is aligned, their presence will not disrupt your peace. It will blend into it. If their presence creates tension, confusion, or self-doubt, the revelation was not about union, it was about awareness. Awareness saves time, energy, and heartache. Stay with me here. This stage may feel uneventful to the outside world, but internally, it is transformative. You are learning how to let life come to you instead of chasing certainty. You are learning that love does not need to announce itself loudly to be real. It shows itself through reliability, timing, and respect. Your heart needs this right now because you once equated silence with rejection. Now, you understand that silence can also be incubation. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe is not withholding anything from you. It is aligning circumstances so that when something enters your life, it stays without struggle. That alignment requires patience, but patience here is not waiting in fear. It is living in trust. Listen to this moment. You might feel moments of doubt, especially when nothing seems to be happening. When that happens, return to your body. Notice your breath. Notice the absence of anxiety. Notice how you are no longer spiraling. That calm is the confirmation you used to beg for. Stay till the end, because this is the quiet cliffhanger that most people misunderstand. Nothing dramatic needs to happen for everything to be moving. Movement in the spiritual realm often looks like stillness in the physical. Seeds grow underground before they break the surface. Roots form before branches appear. You are in the root-building phase. Don't scroll, because this is the final reassurance your heart needs right now. What is meant for you will not require you to abandon discernment, chase signs, or relive old wounds. It will arrive with clarity, consistency, and peace. And when it does, you will recognize it instantly, not because it excites you, but because it feels like home. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because this is the phase where faith stops feeling abstract and starts shaping how you live each day, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if you feel like nothing dramatic is happening. What's happening now is quieter and stronger than drama. You are being taught how to trust without proof, how to remain open without reaching, how to live fully without waiting for a sign to validate you. After revelation and alignment, God often invites you into a season of embodiment. Embodiment means you stop talking about what you believe and start living as if it's already true. You may notice you're showing up differently in conversations, choosing differently in relationships, protecting your energy without apology. That's not you becoming distant. That's you becoming rooted. Stay till the end, because this is where many people get restless and accidentally abandon what's growing beneath the surface. Listen to this moment closely. The awareness you received earlier did not come to entertain you, it came to train you. It trained your discernment to recognize peace over intensity. It trained your heart to notice consistency over chemistry. It trained your spirit to wait without fear. And now that training is being tested gently through normal life. Not through temptation alone, but through opportunity. You might encounter attention that feels flattering but shallow, interest that feels exciting but unstable, familiarity that feels comfortable but misaligned. Pay attention to how quickly you recognize what no longer fits. Recognition without rumination is growth. Don't scroll, because this matters. You're learning that saying no can be an act of faith. Faith that something better exists. Faith that you don't need to grasp to receive. Faith that what's meant for you will not require you to compromise your peace. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you once stayed too long in situations hoping they would evolve. Now, you're choosing situations that meet you as you are. That's not arrogance, that's alignment. Listen to this carefully. The person revealed earlier is not the center of this phase, you are. God often shifts focus away from the person so the heart can strengthen without dependency. If that person is meant to step forward, they will do so into a life that is already full, not into a void that asks them to complete you. That distinction changes everything. Stay with me here. You may notice that prayer feels different now. It's less about asking and more about listening. Less about urgency and more about trust. That shift is not spiritual fatigue, it's spiritual maturity. Angel numbers may still appear, but they feel like gentle nods rather than instructions. For 44 when you choose steadiness. 222 when balance feels natural. 1111 when your thoughts about the future feel open and grounded. These are confirmations that you're walking the path, not waiting at the gate. Don't scroll away from this truth. This stage may feel uneventful to those around you, but internally it's transformative. You are building the muscle of patience, and patience is not passive. Patience is active trust. Active trust means you continue to live, create, love, and grow while allowing alignment to unfold in its own time. Listen to this moment. You might feel moments of doubt whispering, asking if you misinterpreted the revelation, if you imagined the peace, if you're being too cautious. When that happens, check your body, not your thoughts. Notice how your shoulders feel when you release control. Notice how your breath deepens when you choose not to force clarity. Calm is not something imagination sustains. Calm is something truth produces. Stay till the end, because this is where self-trust becomes embodied. You are no longer outsourcing decisions to signs alone. You're integrating intuition with wisdom. You're allowing time to confirm what your spirit already sensed. That integration is what keeps love healthy. Don't scroll, because this matters deeply. You may also notice that you're less interested in proving anything to anyone. You don't need to explain your boundaries. You don't need to justify your pace. You don't need to defend your standards. That confidence didn't come from certainty, it came from self-respect earned through reflection. Listen to this carefully. The universe is not withholding love from you. It is aligning circumstances so that when love enters, it stays without struggle. That alignment requires you to be comfortable with the unknown. Comfortable not knowing the next step while trusting the direction. This comfort is not indifference, it's faith matured through experience. Stay with me here. If the person revealed earlier is aligned, you may notice small, grounded signs of approach rather than grand gestures. Consistent presence. Respect for your time. Genuine curiosity without pressure. If those signs are absent, the revelation still did its work by preventing you from investing where alignment isn't present. Either way, you are protected. Don't scroll away from this knowing. Protection often looks like quiet seasons where nothing pulls you off center. Those seasons are not delays, they are reinforcements. They strengthen your sense of self so that when connection arrives, it enhances your life instead of consuming it. Listen to this moment. You might feel a growing appreciation for simplicity. Calm mornings. Honest conversations. Peaceful evenings. That appreciation is not boredom. It's alignment with what sustains you. Love that's meant for you will fit into that simplicity without demanding chaos to feel alive. Stay till the end, because this is the deeper lesson. God is teaching you that love revealed does not require chasing, testing, or proving. It requires presence, patience, and participation in your own life. Don't scroll, because this final reassurance matters. You are not missing anything by moving slowly. You are building something that lasts. And what lasts always grows quietly first. Trust the pace. Trust the peace. Trust the process that is shaping you into someone who can receive love without losing themselves. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because this is the stage where everything you've learned quietly begins to lock into place, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if you feel steady and don't know why. What you're experiencing now is not waiting, and it's not uncertainty. It's readiness settling into your bones. You're no longer asking God for reassurance every day. You're no longer scanning signs with urgency. Instead, you're living, breathing, choosing, and trusting in a way that feels natural. That's not coincidence. That's alignment becoming embodied. Stay till the end, because this is where many people don't realize how close they actually are to a turning point. Listen to this moment closely. When God reveals love, and then allows time to pass without immediate action, it's not because nothing is happening. It's because something is being stabilized. You are being stabilized. Your emotional center is no longer swinging between hope and fear. Your nervous system is no longer wired for anticipation and disappointment. You're calm in a way that doesn't feel forced. That calm is the confirmation you once begged for in signs, dreams, and synchronicities. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you were conditioned to believe that love must feel intense to be real. But intensity fades. Stability sustains. Don't scroll, because this matters deeply. You are now living as someone who knows their worth without needing it reflected back immediately. You're making decisions that honor your peace even when no one is watching. You're saying no to what doesn't align without over-explaining. That is spiritual maturity. That is what prepares you for a love that does not overwhelm you but walks beside you. Listen to this carefully. The person who truly loves you will not be drawn to chaos or confusion in you. They will be drawn to your grounded presence, your clarity, your quiet confidence. That's why this season had to come first. Love revealed without readiness becomes attachment. Love revealed with readiness becomes partnership. Stay with me here. You may notice that even when doubt tries to whisper, it doesn't take root the way it used to. You acknowledge it, and it passes. That's because doubt no longer has fertile ground. Your inner world is no longer fueled by lack. It's fueled by trust. Angel numbers may still appear, but they no longer excite you, they reassure you. 444 feels like a steady hand on your back. 222 feels like balance in motion. 1111 feels like alignment without urgency. These are not instructions anymore. They are acknowledgments. Don't scroll away from this understanding. Acknowledgement means you're already walking the path. Listen to this moment. You may also notice that your imagination about love has changed. You're no longer fantasizing about dramatic entrances or emotional confessions. You're imagining conversations that feel easy, routines that feel shared, futures that feel calm. That shift is not settling. It's wisdom. Your heart needs this right now because you once believed love had to be dramatic to be meaningful. Now you understand that love meant for you will feel safe enough to last. Stay till the end, because this is where God often begins moving things externally to match what has already happened internally. But external movement only comes after internal stability. Otherwise, the heart misuses the blessing. You're no longer in that risk zone. You can receive without clinging. You can welcome without losing yourself. That's readiness. Don't scroll, because this is important. You may start noticing subtle invitations from life now. New environments. New conversations. New routines. These are not distractions. They are positioning. God often positions you before He introduces you. Positioning means putting you where alignment can find you without effort. Listen to this carefully. If the person revealed earlier is meant to step forward, they will do so into a version of you that is whole, not waiting. If they are not, someone else will recognize the stability you've built and meet it naturally. Either way, you are no longer chasing the outcome. You're trusting the unfolding. Stay with me here. There may still be moments when impatience flickers, especially when nothing obvious seems to be happening. When that happens, remind yourself, stillness is not stagnation. Stillness is consolidation. It's where everything you've learned becomes instinct instead of effort. Your heart needs this reminder right now because instinctive self-respect is what protects love long-term. Don't scroll away from this truth. You are no longer asking God, "Is this for me?" You are asking, "Does this align with who I've become?" That is a powerful shift. It means you're no longer willing to shrink to fit love. You're allowing love to rise to meet you. Listen to this moment. This season is not about proving faith. It's about living it. Faith now looks like continuing to build your life with joy, discipline, and honesty even when the next chapter hasn't announced itself yet. That kind of faith is magnetic. It draws what's meant for you without effort. Stay till the end, because this is the quiet promise. What's coming will not disrupt your peace. It will add to it. It will feel familiar without being boring, exciting without being destabilizing, deep without being painful. Don't scroll, because this final reassurance matters. You are not being tested right now. You are being trusted. Trusted to hold love without fear. Trusted to recognize alignment without chasing. Trusted to receive without doubting your worth. And when love does step fully into your life, you will know instantly, not because of signs or intensity, but because nothing in you will feel like it has to brace itself. It will feel like home, and you will be ready. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because this is the moment where everything finally makes sense in a way your heart can hold without shaking, and listen to this carefully because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now more than ever. You didn't come this far just to understand love differently. You came this far to live differently. What you're feeling now is not anticipation and it's not fear. It's a deep, grounded readiness that doesn't need noise to validate it. This is the place God was leading you to all along. The place where you no longer ask, "Will love find me?" but quietly know, when it does, I'll recognize it. Stay till the end, because this is where the journey closes and the next one quietly opens. Listen to this moment closely. Every delay, every unanswered prayer, every season of silence was shaping you into someone who could receive love without losing themselves. You were being taught patience not as waiting, but as trust. Discernment not as suspicion, but as clarity. Faith not as wishing, but as living aligned even when nothing was guaranteed. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you once believed love would arrive to save you. Now you understand it arrives to meet you. And that difference changes everything. Don't scroll, because this matters deeply. The person who truly loves you will not need to be chased, tested, or decoded. They will show up clearly because clarity is the language of aligned love. You will feel it not as excitement in your chest, but as calm in your nervous system. No tightness. No guessing. No anxiety disguised as passion. Just a sense of rightness that doesn't need explanation. Listen to this carefully. All the signs you once begged for were not meant to give you answers about another person. They were meant to lead you back to yourself. And now that you're here, grounded and whole, love no longer has to arrive dramatically to be meaningful. It will arrive naturally, fitting into your life instead of rearranging it violently. Stay with me here. You may notice that when you imagine the future now, it doesn't feel urgent. It feels open. That openness is not emptiness, it's trust. Trust that what's meant for you is not fragile. Trust that God does not bring love into your life only to test your endurance. He brings it to reflect the wholeness you've built. Don't scroll away from this truth. You were never meant to be in survival mode forever. Love was never meant to feel like something you have to survive. Love is meant to feel like something you grow inside of, together. Listen to this moment. The reason the journey had to unfold this way is because you needed to become someone who would not accept half-love, hidden love, or love built on potential alone. You needed to learn how to choose peace even when chemistry tempted you otherwise. You needed to learn how to walk away without hatred, how to wait without desperation, how to trust without proof. Those lessons are now integrated. You are no longer practicing them. You are living them. Stay till the end, because this is where God begins writing the next chapter not as a lesson, but as a gift. The next love in your life will not feel like a test of faith. It will feel like confirmation of it. You won't need to ask if it's real. You'll know because it won't trigger old wounds. It won't demand you shrink. It won't confuse you. It will meet you with consistency, effort, and emotional safety. Don't scroll, because this is important. You may still carry tenderness from the past, and that's okay. Tenderness is not weakness. It's proof that you loved honestly. But that tenderness will no longer control your decisions. It will inform them. You are no longer driven by fear of loss. You are guided by alignment. Listen to this carefully. The universe does not rush what is meant to last. It prepares both hearts so thoroughly that when they meet, staying feels natural. That preparation is complete now. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer looking for love to complete you. You are looking for love to walk with you. Stay with me here. If there is one final truth your heart needs right now, it's this: you were never forgotten in the waiting. You were being shaped in the quiet. Every tear, every moment of doubt, every time you chose yourself when it was hard, it all mattered. Nothing was wasted. And what's coming will honor that. Don't scroll away from this knowing. You are stepping into a season where love does not feel like a question mark. It feels like a sentence written clearly, without erasing itself. You will be seen. You will be chosen. Not because you waited perfectly, but because you became aligned. Listen to this final moment. If your heart feels calm right now, if something inside you feels settled instead of stirred, that is your confirmation. Calm is not boring. Calm is truth without fear. And truth without fear is the foundation of lasting love. Stay connected to this energy. Carry it with you into your days. And if this message resonated, if it felt like it met you exactly where you are, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe so you stay aligned with what's unfolding next, because this chapter may be closing, but the story God is writing for you is only just beginning.